I can't commend you enough for all the help you did.
As thousands of people continue to wait on money from unemployment, the good news is that the state is working on a pandemic unemployment assistance program, or PUA.
Investigator Hannah Catlett, though, stepping in.
After watching our continuing coverage of the issues plaguing the state system, Hannah Catlett is investigating when money should actually show up in their bank accounts.
Thank you, though, for everything.
She called investigator Hannah Catlett.
She has money in her account tonight.
Investigator Hannah Catlett spoke with two moms who say they don't make enough to qualify.
Whose decision was it to extend the benefits, and where are we going to get the money to pay them out? So why did it take Ohio so long to get the system up and running? More than half of the United States are already paying out PUA benefits, which are provided in the CARES Act. That's helpful to people who are trying to reset a PIN or check a claim through the automated system.
If you would like to check your claim.
Though some people see the word paid under their claim status, they tell 19 News investigators that the money isn't physically in their bank accounts. It will affect literally everyone, regardless of whether you're currently receiving unemployment benefits.
I don't understand what we're supposed to do with our families, with our houses.
Courtney Graziano was laid off from 3 restaurant jobs in March.
And what are we supposed to do?
As she and thousands of others continue to wait on weeks of back pay from the unemployment office,
this money is very, very necessary to us.
ODJFS Assistant Director Bruce Madsen says the state's fund is about to dry up. When that happens, the state will have to borrow money from the federal government in order to continue paying out benefits. Over time, Ohio could end up paying millions of dollars in interest on that loan. In order to generate the money to pay the interest, Madison says the state will likely raise employer taxes.
They have to recover these funds in one manner or another, and it will, in that turn, affect everyone.
He says since it'll cost employers more to run their business, that's going to cost you more to buy their goods and services. For those currently receiving unemployment, Madsen says benefits won't immediately be affected.
The amount of benefits that are paid is an issue of state legislation. We have no authority as an administrative agency to do any reduction of benefits.
State lawmakers would have to pass legislation to decrease benefits, but it's something Madsen sees coming.
We can't continue the way that we exactly have been. The benefit reduction is not a requirement, it is just a possibility. That's up to the state legislature to determine.
While concerning for many, people still waiting like Graziano are focused on the immediate.
It doesn't matter how much unemployment we get as long as we have something that is coming in until we can get back to our regular lives.
We reached out to several senators and representatives about whether they think the state should decrease the amount people are receiving from unemployment. We'll follow up and let you know if we learn of anyone preparing to make that move. When Alex Sporndle lost her job at a bar in Medina, she filed for unemployment benefits to help get her and her girls through.
You get that denial letter and it's just like a stab in the chest.
Shortly after being denied, she learned it was because she didn't meet the minimum income to qualify for the benefits.
Just the fact of not being able to do this on my own for my kids is really heartbreaking.
Even though you file for unemployment benefits through the state, many of the qualifications are set by the federal government. The minimum income is one of the things that the state can't change without approval.
The legislature did not include an adjustment that would allow states to adjust that threshold.
ODJFS Director Kim Hall says in order to receive benefits, someone would have had to make more than $269 a week, working at least 20 hours.
We're hearing a groundswell of feedback in that space, and so perhaps the feds will continue to examine that and consider incorporating that into a future package.
Until then,
I'm one of those people that try to do it by myself, and now I'm having to ask for help.
Sporndle's saving grace is her customers who've stepped up to make ends meet.
I'll say that's one amazing positive thing out of all of this is just how people around me have kind of come together to make sure that me and the girls are okay.
In the meantime, the state has set up a new site to streamline the application process for people looking for a new job. You can find a link to that website in our story on our website. It took calls and emails from 19 News, though, for agents to help her fix the issues on her account.
God bless America. I love bringing smiles.
After 24 years of live performances,
it makes them happy, it makes me happy.
Brenda Bolton is encouraging seniors from afar.
Wondering if I'll ever be the same.
She can't go into her regular nursing home facilities because of the pandemic.
So many people that I love, I cannot see.
It's hard. I mean, it's, you know, I've had the same schedule for so long. You get to know them.
Of course, as her shows got suspended, so did her income.
It's pretty slim now, and you know, and I just don't know what's going to happen.
She reached out to 19 News after struggling for weeks with Ohio's pandemic unemployment assistance.
They keep saying that I'm indefinitely ineligible because they can't prove my identity.
She says she provided her IDs and passports, filed appeals, and waited hours on hold to talk to agents.
But no one seems to really know how to walk you through some of these steps.
We brought her case right to JFS Director Kim Hall.
She cannot seem to get this fixed. Is she just out of luck?
She's definitely not out of luck. I mean, we're not going to allow anyone who's eligible for benefits to not receive them. So there are a number of issues that could be tied to.
After 19 News got involved, agents began working on her case. Bolton says she received a phone call from the unemployment office today saying an agent was fixing the issues on her account, though she's hoping that allows her to get paid soon.
I'll be on my way.
She longs for the day she doesn't need assistance from the state and can go back to this.
I really miss it very much.
Prayer in solemn prayer.
Investigator Hannah Catlett taking a look at how we got here and who should be held accountable now.
We are in year 2020. How do we not have a phone system that properly works?
State lawmakers grill officials running the unemployment office about issues thousands of people are calling about.
You knew the system and the computer system that we're all complaining about today did not work well.
It's a difficult system to navigate.
So whose fault is it that the unemployment system is broken? The issues appear to have begun long before Director Kim Hall took office in 2019.
In reality, we all know the system has been broken for a decade.
After the Great Recession, Hall says the unemployment office's staff was reduced as unemployment numbers went down. When the pandemic hit, you can see staffing was nearly at a quarter of what the office had in 2009. And the state didn't allocate the funding needed to fix the outdated computer system until 2018.
I mean, I think it's fair to say the employment has not gone as well as we would like for it to go, which is why we're here.
How can we improve? How can we get better?
Tonight, the company contracted to make the new system better is years away from the estimated completion.
I think it's offensive to all Ohioans to say that it takes 4 years to put together a proper IT system, 4 years to build a website. I mean, there's skyscrapers that go up in a year. And we can't put together an IT system. It's going to take 4 years.
It felt like Christmas. I'm like, oh my God.
Katie Yager just saw more than $1,600 come into her bank account.
I checked my bank account and I just couldn't get over it.
Yager began filing for unemployment when she lost her job as a bartender last month. She met the minimum income threshold of $269, but her claim sat on pending for weeks. When she finally got through to talk to an agent last week, the status switched to paid. Problem was, until we got involved, that money wasn't actually in her bank account.
So thank you, though, for everything. I can't commend you enough for all the help you did.
The unemployment office says in the last 3 days, agents have cleared more than 110,000 pending claims. ODJFS Director Kim Hall says those people and those already approved have begun to receive the additional $600 payments included in the Federal CARES Act.
The principle, the underlying principle is certainly that people are able to stay engaged with the economy as a way to avoid recession and further economic downturn.
People sitting on pending just have to get approved, though, to see it come through.
It's mentally and emotionally, it's a huge waiting game, but there is light at the end of the tunnel.